I'm Jamie Bennett. I'm the founding principal at Bluebird Self Storage. I've been in the industry for almost 30 years. I've been involved in the development of over 135 self-storage facilities from the ground up, and just really excited about where we're going with the industry. I've seen so many iterations over the years. You know, we started with the row buildings and, you know, a single story, added climate control over the years. Now we're into multi-story. I really enjoy solving the storage solutions in densified neighborhoods, like really focusing on urban locations. Some of the development challenges there of, you know, trying to fit in with the community, whether it's aesthetically or whether it's, you know, just trying to provide a need where there's no solution right now. I started by painting floors for my father when I was 12 years old, but we don't need to go back that far. I actually started in my own development business when I was 22 in 1995, and really haven't looked back. I've been self-employed ever since then. Had a few different iterations. We managed and built our own properties for a while in the U.S. under budget self-storage. We worked with some other groups managing and building in both the U.S. and Canada, and right now my focus is really on Bluebird Self Storage in Canada. We've got 21 properties under construction right now, so I'd like to open some of those. You know, we've got a lot out there in development. Really just trying to get our platform stable. We've got, you know, probably 50 properties under management, and just really servicing all the different markets in Canada. We actually have a neat location in Victoria, British Columbia. I think it's the oldest self-storage in North America. It was converted from an old carriage house for the city. When they came out with motorized buses, they got rid of the carriage house and it actually got converted into self-storage. We have some of the original doors and things in there. We've updated it. We've brought in, you know, new door and corridor systems, put a, you know, kind of a fresh skin on the inside, but the exterior is still a building from the 1920s, and you can see where it was painted self-storage on the side, and that's probably, you know, a pet project for me. I also like some of the big builds we're doing in the bigger cities. We've got one in Montreal right now that's just architecturally beautiful. It's on the main highway. You know, so we have a little bit of everything out there. I think 2025 is going to be a good year. I feel like the last 12 months is kind of a little bit of a roller coaster. There's been some inflection points in the industry. Everybody's wondering how healthy it is. Is it going to continue to be, you know, recession-proof or recession-resistant? The words we used 10 years ago. I think we're going to see a nice balance between occupancy and rate. I think the rates have suffered a little bit. I think the reputation of the industry has suffered a little bit. I think we're going to be in a lot better situation in 2025 with lowering interest rates and a little more consumer confidence. There's 5 guys like me in Canada and there's 500 guys like me in the US. So, you know, I enjoy being in Canada quite a bit. It's great. We still have US facilities with the Sunbird brand, and we're able to, you know, kind of look under the hood of the operations with some of the bigger REITs and best practices. I feel like having some US experience, it's almost like a time machine. I get to bring that experience to Canada and say, all right, what do I do in this situation? You know, Canada is just a little less developed, a little bit behind the curve. It's catching up very quickly, but I think having US experience has helped me a lot in doing business in Canada. Well, it's not for the faint of heart. You're looking at maybe entitlements of 3 to 4 years before you break ground. You've got weather to deal with. You've got currency exchange if you're bringing in US money. You know, but you've got a market that's really undeveloped. We've got a lot of properties where we've got less than a square foot per person in place. So really, we're not looking at the saturation levels that we are in the US. So there's a lot more demand in Canada, in our opinion, but it takes time and patient money. I think there's going to be a little bit of a reshuffling in how the business is managed on both sides of the border. I think we've got consumer optics coming into play, maybe a little bit of wariness with the consumer about the industry with a lot of the rate structuring that's in place. So I think that, you know, that's going to be a bit of a challenge right now to kind of overcome some of the industry norms that have been created over the last 10 years. So I just think there's an opportunity to be, you know, the good guys out there. There's an opportunity to be able to do the right thing. We've got a great industry with great people in it. It's just a matter of, you know, giving the customer what they want. It's a great business. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I get a little weary of it, but I realize that we can still do the right thing and be the good guys. I love having my own operating company where we can push those values down, engage with the community. I think we're in a really unique position where we've got coast-to-coast coverage in Canada right now, and can just partner with people from, you know, in the entire nation and be the good guys and have some fun doing it.